Hello, 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 everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So, here we are, the Orisha Tarot Thursday. Here we are. Trauma Tarot Thursdays, y'all. Here we go. Now, listen, I be trying to be on time, but I showed up. Here we are with a Pentacles of the Orisha Tarot. I don't know if y'all can see that clearly, but there you go. The Pentacles of the Orisha Tarot. All right, y'all. So, here we are. Today is December 9th. Absolutely. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this deck. Cleanse it. You got to get a good blow on this. Using my Dragon's Blood Sage. So hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome to the CWC Education Station Trauma Tarot Thursdays. Yes, I'm getting my stuff together. We're going to keep it on a Thursday. Tried to get it at 11:11, but you know, insight is what it is. So, Six of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. We're going to see what happens, y'all. So, thank you for joining us for the Orisha Trauma Tarot Thursday. So, before we get into this message for the collective, how y'all doing out there? What's happening? What's going on? Hey, what is going on? How y'all doing out there? Y'all seen me? So, ancestors, spirit guides, help me with a message for the collective for this Trauma Tarot Thursday. It's December 9th, so we pulling 9 cards. December 9th, pulling 9 cards. That's what I was told. So let's see what we getting for the message for the collective for the Trauma Tarot Thursday. I hope y'all doing well. I hope that message last week ain't jack you up too much. Remember, these readings are for the collective, for the trauma. These are just messages. That's keys of the Orisha. Y'all see me. I got the book right here, because I pulled the 9 cards. You can decipher what you need. So let's see what we getting. Come on now, let me know. Look. They saying, I got some stuff, but I don't know if that's... Come on now. They gonna... Let me tell you. Message. All right. 6 of Wands. First one out. Let's see what else we got going on. Because, you know, I ain't trying to offend no. I just want to know what's up. What's going on. What we got going on here. Ace of Discs, which would be an Ace of Pentacles. So it sounds like there's a lot of wish fulfillment happening around these parts. Okay. We got 2, the 7 of Discs, and the 4 of Cups. So that's 4 cards so far, y'all. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, we got the 3 of Cups in reverse. Y'all see them. I'm just letting them fall the way they need to. Said 9 cards. The King of Cups. I swear, every trauma reading, we get this King of Cups. All right. What's going on? Oh, we got the Hierophant. Let's talk about it. You said 9 cards. All right now, y'all. Y'all can't be flipping the whole deck like that. I need one message left. The 8 cards and then the overall. The Page of Discs. What's the overall message? You said go ahead and shuffle that. Got it. Tell me the overall message, y'all. The overall message. What's the overall energy, overall message of this reading? Because we got a lot of things going on, but all of the things. What is the overall general message of this reading? The Emperor. Okay, so that's the 9th card. All right, y'all, let's get to work. We're going to get to work. I'm going to tell y'all what it means. We're going to tell you what it means. Let's get to work. So first up, we got the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Listen, I hate when people decide to call me right away. 6 of Wands. Here we go. Oop. Knock it over my Florida water. I need to get it together. Here is the 6 of Wands, y'all. This card represents a very important Odu and Lakumi divination where we find the proverb, the dog has 4 legs but can only walk one road. Divination is a key practice in helping people learn what road are theirs. And in the Lakumi tradition, learn what road are theirs in the Lakumi tradition. Here we see an Orient divining to help people navigate their indecisions. To navigate correctly, we must also know where we are and where we have been. Despite the fact that most Orients today are men, the first Orients in Cuba were all women brought over by the slave trade. We must also know who we are. Another story is about the peony seeds arguing amongst themselves about whether they were red or black. They went back and forth and could not decide, and the sound started to annoy Shango. When they could not resolve the conflict themselves, he got angry and cursed them to live inside his rattle and only make a sound when they are shaken to call him. Of course, the peony seeds are both red and black. So, that's the 6 of Wands. So let's talk about it. The divination is who are you? Where are you coming from? Where do you want to be? Knowing the answers to all 3 questions will bring victory. You don't know who you are. Decide that first. Too many obligations derail them all. Changing paths leads to starting over. A person who should be guiding others. Success and great achievements. Now, these are your solutions. Honor the ancestors. Don't do too many things at once. Don't argue with yourself. Don't complain. And divine before deciding. That's what 6 of Wands says. All right, so we're going to move on to the Ace of Discs. Yeah, I love this deck. I love it. Here we go. Ace of Discs. This card represents the seed which can grow into whatever we need it. This card represents the seed which can grow into whatever we need if we nurture it. It is the beginning and a promise of the harvest to come later. The Orisha traditions rely on the power of the plant kingdom to achieve many of the things that are done ritually. Herbs are used to clean and heal. They are integral to all initiations. Integral. My bad, y'all. They are integral to all initiations. Without these plants, nothing would happen. Osane, the Orisha who knows all the plants and what they can be used for. He is an unusual looking person with one large ear that is deaf and one small one with which he hears. His body is quite twisted after a battle in which Shango tried to steal his magic. Osane is said to speak in a voice like that of the birds. In ceremony, part of our song is the imitation of his bird song. So, take what you will from it. So divining, when this card arrives, it announces the start of something that will change the person's life for the best, like a seed. However, it is delicate. At first, it must be tended to in the right ways. As this person finds their happiness in life, they will find, like Osane, that others come out of jealousy and cause them trouble. In order to prevent this, they should cleanse themselves often and divine whenever things hit an unexpected bump. A new job, career, or opportunity. A person who isn't noticed much now but will be envied in time. Chance to show your mastery over things. Good luck in the woods and challenges in the city. So solutions, be studious. Listen to the birds. Go to nature for guidance. Clean yourself with herbs. I'm just saying. I'm doing the reading, but, I'm going to drink my tea. I'm going to drink my tea. Let's see what the 7 of Discs got. And if you don't know, You can go to the Etsy shop. That's all I got for that. 7 of this. So here we are. In this card, things fail, not because we did not try, but for reasons that will likely never be clear. What we have set out to do does not end up having the outcome we wanted. Worse still, our internal conflict with what does not happen can also be a source of suffering. And that's not, and that's on top of not getting what we wanted. It is our neighbor who benefits from our pumpkin patch is a proverb that speaks perfectly to the 7 of this. We have planted our garden and tended to it well, yet the sprawling nature of what we are growing grows through the fence, and most of the fruit of our labor is beyond our reach. When we see this card, we need to immediately switch our attitude from the appearance of loss to the question of what's next. Do we have a relationship with this person where we could ask to harvest what is on their side? Do we cut the vines and kill the growth on their side? Maybe we sneak in at night and collect what we feel is ours under cover of night. How we handle this situation could determine how the future of the relationship goes with our neighbors. So, divining. Something has failed or been lost here. There is no getting it back, and how this person deals with it is crucial to their future happiness. Often we find people who still pine for an old love or have been holding a grudge for decades. When this card shows up, give up looking for the answer to the question why, and instead focus on what's next, to ensure no more time is wasted. Failure and old loss and ruining the present and future, fighting the wrong fight, problems with neighbors and colleagues. Solutions: plant a new crop, start fresh, talk to Yemaya about letting go of the past. So the 4 of Cups. Let's see, y'all. This is getting really real. I hope y'all are resonating with these messages because it be getting really real. 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is a card that speaks to our relationships with other people. It is a card of communication and connection. Some say that the 4 of Cups, 3 are filled with sweetness and 1 is bitter, symbolizing the challenges of relating with friends and family. The Odu Oshe, or Oki, I guess. Ochi. I'm going to learn these words. It speaks of family and the way in which it influences our lives for better or worse. It often uses the proverb, the blood that flows in the vein, to remind us that we are genetically connected to the people who went before us. On top of this, the proverb reminds us that our relationship with our family also influences us. The way in which they loved or failed to love us always has a profound shaping influence. We also say in this sign that the needle pulls the thread. It is often interpreted to mean that when one family member comes to this religion, the rest will eventually follow. When the first family member initiates, the others in the house will follow suit in time. In this way, we also end up talking about the way in which family remains interconnected as time continues its way forward. That's what they said. That's what they said. So, we all like to think we are free and able to choose what we like in life, yet on deeper examination, we find that it's rarely as clear-cut as we like to think. The circumstances of our upbringing continue to have an influence, even if we are reacting against them to do better. In searching for this connection is the hope of joy, pleasure, and a happier future. A desire for connection, a need for awareness of the ways in which you are tied to others, genetic bonds, a chosen family, pregnancies, and issues with the blood. Solutions: resolve family ties. Let go of your sadness at the river. Get a blood test to check for health issues. Be a leader. Respect women and children. I don't know who needed to hear that one. I don't know who needed to hear it, but we here now. All right, the 3 of Cups. And it popped up in reverse, y'all. So it looked like some people gonna need, I don't know. Here we are, 3 of Cups. With this card, a celebration is announced, something good is happening, and people should get together to honor the good news. Food, drink, and laughter are important parts of bringing people closer together and building community. At many important ceremonies, people will sit for a meal. These events are structured and have many rules. At all of them, the younger priests or people serve their elders. At funerals, people sit in order of initiatory age, with a place left for the departed priest. It is a time to catch up on gossip, ask questions, debate theology, and enjoy being with each other. In our busy modern life, it is harder to make time to sit and enjoy a meal with friends. These formal meals may last for hours. Everyone stays where they are until the elder running the event declares it's over. So apparently somebody ain't showing up to a something. I don't know. This card certainly announces good outcomes and things to be celebrated. It also speaks to the idea of social interactions. If there is a problem around this card, it has to do with people, their actions, and questions of status. In life, there is often some kind of social hierarchy. It may be about popularity, class, gender, money, power, or looks. In this card, we can run into these issues head on. In the traditional religious settings, these hierarchies are explicit. As we walk around the world, they are more often implicit and felt than spelled out. Good news from family and friends, big things accomplished, invitation to parties and events, a need to gather people together. So solutions. Invite people for a dinner party and honor the spirits you work with. Pay attention to the status in formal settings. Be humble, respect your elders, and respect tradition. So listen, apparently somebody's going to be disrespectful at a thing. That's all I got for that. You might want to just be mindful. People being disrespectful at a thing. So if you out here in the collective who got a thing coming up or you going to a thing, there might be a level of disrespect over the weekend that you ain't trying to deal with. Just be mindful of that. All right, so the King of Cups. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I be going the wrong way in the book. Sorry. Sorry. All right, the King of Cups. Here we go. This card is sometimes said to hold the Holy Grail in one hand. It is a card of deep spiritual connection to the other side. Through the energy of this connection, we are able to be healed and reborn. With this card, miracles are possible. Singing is a central practice in the Orisha tradition. Most songs have a call and refrain style with an Opuan, I guess that's how you say it, or Opun, lead singer, performing one part and the rest of the people singing the response. It is the job of the Opun to use their ashe and knowledge to call the Orisha to be present at ceremonies. They know the art of enticing the spirits into possessing their devotees so they can bring messages and healing. Many of the miracles spoken of come from the Orisha in the possession state. The singer must know how to coax the Orisha into coming down, when to push, praise, or argue. So again, divine connection. Divining, this card walks the balance between control and letting go. The singer must let out and go with the flow, but still hold the traditional structure. There is room for artistry, but only to a point. The energy with this card can be overwhelming, and it takes a lot of self-awareness to not get lost as the Orisha draw close to the ceremony. Reach for everything you want, expect a miracle, and work with what you get. Beware getting lost in distraction or intoxicated by circumstance. Do not forget you lead by example. Teamwork is the only way forward, even if you are the star. So solutions. If you don't ask, nothing will happen. Pray loudly. The spirits are hard of hearing. Be joyful in your work and devotion. The figure in this art was inspired by the famous Olympia Alfaro. So there we go. Now the Hierophant. Okay, y'all. Here's the Hierophant. In this card, we meet the Creator's representative on Earth. They have the experience and wisdom to pass on the mysteries into which we have been initiated. Though they may offer help and blessings to anyone in need, only the worthy are given their secrets. In older decks, this card is known as the Pope and highlights the meaning of God's chosen representative on Earth. Arula was a master diviner. People came from all over to see him for his accuracy, wisdom, and solutions. Every day, as he divined, his wife Oshun watched. When the call came from the neighboring town for his services, Arula left to help. The next day, when people started showing at their home looking for Arula to help them, Oshun offered to read for them, having secretly learned all of Arula's knowledge by watching. She was a profound and capable reader. When Arula returned from his trip, he was furious at Oshun. He created a new tool called the Ukele, or diviner's chain, whose magic only worked for men. Thus, he gave Oshun the cowrie shells to divine with, but prohibited her from divining in the house where his Ifa oracle lived. In this story, we run into the complexity of different paths for receiving initiations. In the past, the priests of Arula and those of other Orisha worked together, each group having, I gotta turn the page, its own specialty and skills. When one needed the others, they would work together to help whoever needed it. In the last century, this relationship has been strained and in many places fallen apart. The legacy of patriarchy, money, and the human greed has encouraged people to abandon this interdependent history so that the individual can feel more important. So divining, this person seeks to be wise and have great spiritual skill. They certainly have potential. How they handle their relationship with those who own the mastery that they want access to will determine a lot. Neither Oshun nor Arula acted with honesty and trust in this story. The person getting this reading needs to find a balance between their desire and the rules in front of them. This card is said to represent intuitions also. In the modern age, large companies and government agencies often play more of a role in people's lives than the church. Such institutions can dispense help and support or withhold it. Though navigating these, in this theory, a simple is following the rules are often contradictory and impossible. A return to studies, large organizations which we must work to find our way through, sexism as an obstacle to progress, a person who knows much but does not want to share, people who will take what you have if given the chance, a goal which requires a lot of sacrifice and keeping your ego in check. Solutions, divine, study, be honest, and above reproach, pray to Oshun and Arula. All right, the page of disc, y'all. Whoo, it be getting deep out here. It be getting deep out here. I just want to put that out there. It got deep real quick. You gotta protect your skill and don't be out here. That's all I got. Page of disc, y'all. So, the person we find in the page of this is hardworking and has aspirations towards bigger things. Whether they are patient or not about their journey often dictates whether they will be successful or not. And in any ceremony that involves sacrificing animals, someone has to clean them and prepare them for cooking. At large ceremonies, such as during a priest's initiation, you might see a large circle of people plucking and chatting. Learning how to properly pluck a bird can be a tedious and frustrating process. In prepping the birds for plucking, the birds must be dunked in hot water to loosen the feathers. Unfortunately, the heat from this creates a particularly unpleasant smell of wet feathers. No one looks forward to this job, yet it's essential to the practice of the religion. This menial task is tied to maintaining a respectful relationship with the animal whose lives sustain us, body, and soul. So, divining. This person has large aspirations, but is at the point in their life where there is much work to be done that is not inspiring. As a reader, it's important to be clear that the road to their goal is reachable but slow going. Whatever the topic of the reading, the person must prove themselves before they will be able to enjoy more of what they are looking for. Hard work will pay off. You are becoming part of something. Do not put the cart before the horse. Do not be afraid of the dirty work. So, solution, tend to what feeds you, ask what needs to be done, and be respectful. So, the overall message is the Emperor, y'all. I don't know what this is going to say. I do, but I like to keep suspense there. I do. So, the Emperor. Here we go. The emperor is not just the king, but the divinely appointed ruler of the earth. Whether determined by spiritual or familial lineage, this person was born to lead. This card is about power and how we handle it. How we treat those who we lead says a lot about our character, as does how we handle the burdens we carry. When a new priest is made, we say that they are crowned with an Orisha. In this way, all priests can be considered a ruler in their own right. Yet in this dynamic, they must always work to be worthy of the Orisha, who is their crown. The act of crowning also brings that person into a spiritual lineage, going back into the mist of history. In our formal prayers, we recite the lineage as far back as we know it, asking for those ancestors to guide us and bless us. The stories of the Orisha are full of their failings as leaders and the cost to them personally and those they led. All the Orisha have gained and lost their crown many times along the way. Often it is through humility and making amends that they come to regain it. Sadly, there are many stories in the communities of priests who follow the more negative traits of their Orisha. For those who go against what they know is right, it is believed that their Orisha will hold them accountable, though rarely as quickly as we might believe justice demands. So divining. This card speaks of the person being read for stepping into or already being a leader. How well are they handling their responsibility? Though the card says they are the emperor, they are still a human being. As such, their actions might be less than divinely inspired. Greed, power, control, and improper sexual relationships are all common traps people fall into. This person is in a place to grow their empire and expand their possibilities. To do so, they must be comfortable wielding their power. The emperor does not clean the bathroom or even fight directly. They have people to do things that need to be done for them in their kingdom. Their time is meant to be focused on the things that only they can do. So promotions, becoming the one who is responsible for everything, a community that needs your leadership, burdens and frustrations, a time where solid boundaries are required. So solutions, pray to the spirits you feel closest to and work to be worthy of their attention. Respect everyone, honor your time, be above reproach, and be fearless. So go out here, live your best life. Don't intentionally mess nobody over. Get what's yours. You deserve to have it, but you ain't got to be rude about picking it up. That's what I got. So, oh no. What you mean, oh no, new? What you mean, oh no, new? I'm just saying, you got to be out here living your life. Don't go stealing nobody's stuff. But your stuff was already together. Just, use appropriate verbiage. Appropriate verbiage. So, thank you so much, y'all, for joining me on this Orisha Tarot Thursday, Trauma Tarot Thursday. And I hope that these messages help you to get you to where you need to be in life. I hope that you were able to gain a little bit of insight from the ancestral point of view. I mean, my ancestor spirit guys, we related. So there you go. You got what you need. Oh, no patience. Yeah, listen, things are coming. They coming. It's going to be a little slow, but you ain't got to cuss everybody out in the grocery line. That's all they saying. That's all they saying, right? So thank you so much. Thank you very much for joining me for the Orisha Trauma Tarot Thursday. Share it with your friends. Like the video. Let us know how we did out here. Patience is definitely involved. Definitely involved. The patience and restraint. It said be above reproach like 3 times. So you better not be out here doing some dumb stuff. That's all I got. Don't be out here with the dumb stuff. All right. So I'll be seeing y'all. I'm out.